Hello everyone, I am Pallavi Sangle and I welcome you again in this current affairs series for UPSC Mains 2025. Today's topic is 75 years of Supreme Court and so many of India's important institutions like Election Commission of India, Supreme Court and even the Constitution itself, Indian Constitution itself has completed 75 years of existence. So they become a very important theme for this year's mains irrespective of if UPSC asks question on them or not, they are always the evergreen themes of GS2 paper. So here we are going to cover Supreme Court evolution and its various phases in general in a detailed manner with all the court cases. And in upcoming sessions, we are going to cover other institutions also. So let us start. So Supreme Court of India, this is the quote by Shri Narendra Modi ji, our Honorable Prime Minister. So he said Supreme Court of India's journey of 75 years does not merely associated with one institution, but is also a journey of India's constitution, its values, the journey of India's evolving as a democracy. This shows that Supreme Court and India's constitution and India's democracy goes hand in hand. They are synonymous. They are very parallel. One's evolution defines the evolution of other thing, and that is why if we study all of them together, it will be very easy to know the path, the direction, and the evolution of these institutions. So this code, such type of code, you can definitely use in your conclusion or your intro wherever it is relevant, or even in essay it will be very helpful. Second quote which we found is very good is like our Honorable Chief Justice of India Shri Sanjay Khanna, he had said, what sets our Supreme Court apart on the global stage is its unique character as a true people's court. These type of keywords are very important from mains perspective. In general, writing in GS2 answers will not fetch the marks, but these type of writing, these type of keywords will definitely add that half a mark extra in every question, which will set you apart from the crowd. So let us start the PYQ analysis for this topic. So 2013 UPSC had asked the Supreme Court of India keeps a check on arbitrary power of Parliament amending the constitution. So it was related to Supreme Court, its role in amending. Then the 2014 question was starting from the inventing of basic structure doctrine. Judiciary has played a highly proactive role in ensuring that India develops into a thriving democracy. In the light of this statement, evaluate the role played by judicial activism, right? So always if you can see democracy, Supreme Court amendment, then judicial interpretation and evolution, these questions themes will be repeated. So what was held in Coelho case? Next question is, and in this context, can you say that judicial review is of key importance among the basic features of Indian Constitution? 2017 UPSC asked examine the scope of fundamental right in the light of latest judgments of Supreme Court on right to privacy, right? So one type of question is judicial review, judicial independence, judicial activism, and how all these things have helped judiciary to amend constitution and evolve constitution. Second theme of question is like they will take a particular topic, for example right to privacy or environment, and they will, or gender justice, right, and they will tell you to all these interpret all these things with the importance of, with the help of relevant case laws. So with the this is one question. Second question is explain the constitutional perspective of gender justice with the help of relevant constitutional provisions and case laws. And in 2022 they had asked about environment, right? The most significant achievement of modern law in India is the constitutionalization of environmental problems by Supreme Court. Discuss this statement with the relevant case laws. So important themes and important topics they will take, and they will ask you to explain with the help of Supreme Court judgments. Then in 2023 they asked constitutionally guaranteed judicial independence is the prerequisite of the democracy. Again, judicial independence and democracy. So, and next 2023 question is the Constitution of India is a living instrument with the capabilities of enormous dynamism. It is the constitution made for a progressive society. Illustrate with special reference to expanding horizons of the right to life and personal liberty. So more or less same themes are repeated. If you are fortunate enough, one of these questions will definitely get repeated, and for that you should have a comprehensive case laws and comprehensive data with you. So in this PDF we are going to see important cases, evolution of Supreme Court, and important contributions of Supreme Court. This data will be helpful for you in any of such a type of questions. You just need to mold this data and write these questions. So let us see. So we have this philosophical evolution of Supreme Court. Philosophical in the sense how it has acted in the phases given below, like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 and phase 4, which is currently going on, and what was its judicial attitude in all these things. So we are going to see this. So phase 1 is 1950 to 1967. After that till 76 or 78 type of thing, it was phase 2 transition. Then phase 3 is 77 to 2014, and phase 4 is, let us suppose, 2014 to now onwards. So all these phases will be denoted by few important keywords. These keywords again will help you in writing your GS2 answers crisply and with a good formal language. So phase 1, it is we can call it as judicial conservatism and judicial textualism. Okay, sorry, judicial conservatism and constitutional textualism. Okay, so let us suppose phase 1 is judicial conservatism and constitutional textualism. That means judiciary was little restrained in its approach towards interpreting laws and dealing with the cases, and it was going by what is given in constitution, not dynamically interpreting it. Right, as we can see in this Kameshwar Singh case 1952, judiciary had invalidated the zamindari abolition. Right, zamindari abolition laws were invalidated, but parliament's authority to amend the constitution was intact. So it was just being little restrained in interpreting everything. Then the Champakam Dore Rajan case 1951. Here judiciary had struck down the caste-based reservation for the as it was violating the equality. But it avoided institutional confrontation with the executives. Like it provided that strict watertight compartment between its role and executive's role, and it did not surpass it. So these initial phases, judiciary was little restrained, and this got little changed in phase 2. There are so many other cases also. I have just taken 2 cases for reference. So this got changed to phase 2. Phase 2, we can use that keyword judicial activism and executive confrontation. So in the first phase, executive confrontation was avoided, but in the second phase, it was experienced. This is like 67 to 76 period. So there was a decisive shift in judiciary's approach. It shifted from restraint to activism, right? The judicial attitude was previous was like it was interpreting all the fundamental rights in silos and not in holistic manner. But this got little bit changed in this phase, and after this phase, it was drastically changed. Right, so in ADM Jabalpur case, ADM Jabalpur versus Shivkant Shukla case 1976, so UPSC, Supreme Court had ruled out that right to life could be suspended in emergency. This was overturned later on, but yes, judiciary had ruled out this. Then in Manika, so this judicial attitude was changing a bit, and this Manika Gandhi case is the example of that. So it expanded the Article 14, Article 19 and Article 21, and it read it together. This golden triangle of personal liberty, right to life, all these things. So this triangle was interpreted in a holistic and purposive interpretation of right was done, rather than as it was done being in silos. Okay, so this golden triangle interpretation happened here, and the judicial phase and judicial attitude got changed. Let us suppose third phase is like judicial review and progressive interpretation of the constitution. So this phase started, we cannot give the watertight compartment in years, but just for our understanding, we are saying like 77 to 2014 this phase was there. So many of the cases, many of the interpretations were very progressive, and they expanded the rights of citizens. Like Vishakha case in 1997, Vishakha was a state of Rajasthan, and it issued guidelines on sexual harassment, right? And later on this case became the basis for the POSH Act also, POSH Act 2013, right? Then there is a case of MC Mehta case 1986 to 2004. Some few cases were going on, which expanded the right to environment, okay, clean environment, it was taken care in this case. Then we have Novartis AG versus Union of India 2013 case. Here, the evergreening of patent was struck down by Supreme Court. It was Supreme Court gave the priority to health of the citizens, and the sections 3D of Patent Act was upheld by the Supreme Court, and intellectual property rights were interpreted in a balanced manner for Indian case. So all these things started. There are so many other cases which we have given in handouts. Here I am just explaining few cases. In MC Mehta cases, we can use that keywords like polluter pay principle, right? Polluter pay principle, precautionary principles were added, and it also ensured the intergenerational equity. So all these things shows that Supreme Court was not restricting itself just for that case or interpreting that matter, but it was also thinking about something beyond that, which became basis for so many other cases in the future. And the last phase, like phase 4 of this, is constitutional liberalism and dynamic interpretation of constitution. So this phase started after, let us suppose, 2014, and it is continuing till now, where so many cases we have seen the Pallavi Sangle case 2015, where Supreme Court struck down the Article 66A of IT Act, which was giving the chilling effect to freedom of speech and expression, and it interpreted very broadly the Article 19(1)(a) of our Constitution. Then there was Justice K.S. Puttaswamy case 2017, where Supreme Court gave right to privacy to citizen under Article 21 and interpreted 21 very broadly, and the narrow interpretation which Supreme Court was doing previously, it was overruled. Then Janhit Abhiyan case 2022, it upheld the 10% reservation for the EWS section, and it led to the 103rd amendment of the Indian Constitution. So here we can see that the role of Supreme Court was very dynamic. So the Constitution interpretation was dynamic, and Constitution became an evolving, very living document in true manner in this phase. Yes, and there are so many other contributions by Supreme Court also. I have just listed down few because many times questions will be asked on this, and they have asked the questions in the past also. Basic structure doctrine, we can definitely study the Keshwananda Bharati case, Keshwananda Bharati versus State of Kerala case 1973. This case one must study in detail, which is a part of static only. Judicial review, so for this we have Minreva Mill case 1980, right? Then we have federalism. For this we have SR Bommai case 1994. Then we have free and fair elections. So other important contributions by Supreme Court, definitely everything is given in handout, and you are also supposed to read it from the static, right? So 75 years of Supreme Court will not only have this philosophical and evolutionary dimension, but it will also demand, maybe the question can also be asked on what were the challenges before Supreme Court, what has improved, right? And what should be the solutions, what should be the way forward even now onwards for the effective work of Supreme Court, not just from the constitutional interpretation point of view, but also from, let us suppose, infrastructure point of view, vacancy point of view, all these things which Supreme Court is facing as a challenge. What can be the solutions on this? And I'm really hoping that all these things you have already covered in your static portion. Please club those notes with this and you can definitely write a very good answer if the question comes on Supreme Court. Okay, thank you so much for listening to this session. So please, it's a request, please join Telegram, because all the updates regarding these sessions, these videos will be given there. I am thinking that for a straightforward topic, I will not make a YouTube video, and I will just straight away put the handout in the group, because I am targeting that finishing all these current affairs by 31st July, or at least maximum by 4 August, because mains is very nearby, and finishing the things should be the agenda, finishing the things with quality. So many a times it will happen that YouTube video will not be there for a particular topic, and directly handouts will be uploaded, for which I feel that straightforward things are there and no need to explain the things. Okay, thank you so much. See you soon in the next session.